Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 Sephora purchases of the year so far. Now I recently did this with my top 5 luxury purchases of the year, and a lot of you really wanted to see a Sephora version. So I did actually have to go and rewatch my luxury video because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't repeating any products, because a lot of the products that I was initially inclined to pull for this Sephora video were in that luxury video, and I didn't want to repeat anything. So first up is from Lancome. This is the Lash Idole Flutter Extension Mascara. This one really grew on me. This has a very unique wand to it. It's just a very slim wand, and it is a rubber bristle wand, both things that I don't typically love. But even though it is that hard rubber bristle wand that I don't love, I think because the bristles are so short, I'm never concerned that they're going to poke my lash line and hurt me. So I do think that that is why I end up liking this so much more than I typically would. This also gives the lashes such a beautiful, separated, fluttery look, like the name might suggest. It also just makes the lashes look so long and, again, just very flirty and fluttery. They look so beautiful, and I really enjoy the effect of this mascara. There are days when I'm definitely going for a thicker lash, definitely a lot more volume, but if I'm not really worried about volume and I just want a long, fluttery, extended lash, this one is amazing, and some days that is all I'm going for. So lately I've just been flipping back and forth between this mascara and the MAC Stack Flutter Extension. Those are the two that I have open. I have quite a few open, but those are the two that I keep flipping between. Some days I don't need a ton of volume and I just want a pretty lash, I'll go for this, but on days where I do want a stronger lash, I'll go for the MAC, and I think that's a really great balance. But I really have been loving this mascara. I would definitely consider purchasing a full size. It's very, very rare that I don't like a Lancome mascara. They do excel in that area. The next product is one I loved so much that I purchased another shade, and this is from Freck. This is their Makeout Club Nude Muse lip liner. So I initially purchased shade 2, which is a beautiful rosy shade, and then I went and purchased shade 4, which is a slightly deeper shade. I really love these liners. They are retractable. They are a very fine tip liner, so I can definitely see these breaking off. They're also very, very creamy. I love these just because they are so easy to apply. Like I said, they're very creamy, but they're also very easy to blend, and they can fill in the lips beautifully. But what I really, really love, and what continues to surprise me with these, is even though they are super creamy, so blendable, and easy to manipulate on initial application, these are some of the most long-wearing lip liners I have in my entire collection. I don't know how they do this. First of all, I do love these shades. They are a very fair price point, especially coming from Sephora, but there's just something about the long wear of these that makes me keep coming back to them. I've been trying a lot of lip liners recently. Some I really love, some I like but just don't wear very long. I also don't love overly stiff, uncomfortable to apply liners, kind of like the MAC lip liners. Those are amazing and long wearing, but they're just not the most comfortable to apply. These, I don't know how they do it. I think they're almost maybe more like a gel consistency where you apply them and they do have that slip to them, but once they dry down, they are just there. These are the absolute best of the best when it comes to a creamy liner that's going to wear all day long. Next, I have a blush formula that also quite surprised me. This is from Saie. This is their Super Suede Radiant Blush in the shade Mia. Now, I do love a good suede feeling blush. That's kind of what lured me in with those Fenty blushes that came out last year. And when I hear the word suede, I get so excited. This definitely does have that suede feel to it, even though it is more of a baked formula. This shade is also really beautiful. This is a glowy blush, so that's something that is important to keep in mind. I don't mind a glowy cheek as long as it's glowy but not like a highlighter. Like the Rare Beauty baked blushes, they just look like absolute highlighter on my cheeks. This gives me that radiance without looking like I've put highlighter everywhere. And I really feel like this is maybe what the Rare Beauty was meant to be, because this is such an excellent formula. The way this really does somehow blur everything out but adds that radiance. It blends so easily. It has just the right level of pigment. This in particular is such a beautiful shade. Again, this is the shade Mia, and I absolutely love this shade so much. I just think this is such a fantastic formula. I don't always love baked products because I feel like they get hard pan easier than my regular powders. That's just always been my experience, but I really just love this. This is such a great blush. I think it's so beautiful. The YSL blushes still absolutely have my heart, but this is a fantastic glowy blush formula. Again, if you're looking for one that's not going to look like a highlighter. The next blush is one that actually might be competing with the YSL blushes. Now, I did try the YSL blushes at the very end of last year when they first launched, but this is from Tower 28. This is their Get Set Powder Blush, and I have the shade Long Beach Iced Tea. I have been so tempted to purchase more shades of these. So Long Beach Iced Tea is like a really beautiful, soft, beigey peach type shade. It's a really great everyday blush. And what I love about this is this formula is actually infused with setting powder, so it is meant to be incredibly blurring. It's meant to lock in, and it's meant to make the rest of your makeup get locked in and wear longer. And it is, of course, meant to have all of those extreme blurring properties. Now, what I immediately fell in love with the YSL blushes is just how blurring they are. I know powders, especially matte powders, are meant to be more blurring, and they are. That is true, but there are some that just really take it to the next level, and they just look smoother than anything else on the cheeks, and that is this formula. I was blown away by the YSL matte formula because they have a satin as well. This is definitely more glowy. The matte formula, so incredibly airbrushed and blurring, but this just amped it up so much more. I suspect it has something to do with the setting powder that's infused in here, but the way this looks on the cheeks, this is such a beautiful formula. This also has that incredibly soft, almost suede-like texture to it. And I love this. Again, I've been so tempted to buy so many more shades of this because I've enjoyed it so much. The packaging isn't really special. It's a very basic component. It doesn't feel expensive at all. It is on the more affordable side, given that it is Tower 28. But this has been such a staple. This has been such a fantastic little blush. And finally, the last product that I've been really loving from Sephora this year is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their Smooth Blur Contour Stick. I have the shade Halftone. This is incredible. This is the most easy to blend contour bronzer stick that I've ever used. Now, the packaging on this is beautiful as well. It's not as heavy as it looks, but it is still very beautiful. It does have that soft touch component that I enjoy. The shade that I have is Halftone, and this is quite obviously a contour. There's no doubt about that. But the way this blends out without blending away, and the way it's so incredibly effortless, is what makes me keep coming back to this. Now, I don't contour every single day, but when I do want to contour, I go in with this. When I want to add a little extra shape to my face, I always go in with this, and I'm just always amazed at just how easy this is to blend, because that is something that is really important to me, especially when it comes to cream and liquid products. I do not want to make extra work for myself. I just want to give my skin a little bit of an extra boost of hydration that day. I'm looking for products that are going to melt into my skin, but I don't want to make my life difficult. So when I find cream and liquid products that take all of the work out of it for me, I get very excited, and this one is incredible. All of these products are also just incredibly long wearing throughout the day. They've all withstood the test of time. These are products that I've been trying for many months, at least since the beginning of the year, some since April, but I have been really truly loving all 5 of these products so much, and I can't wait to see what else comes with the rest of the year. I know we're in June, so we've got about 2 months until we see all of these holiday releases that, you know, I live for. And I know the month of June, it looks like there's quite a few little drops coming at Sephora, so I'm excited to get into those as well. But let me know all of your thoughts down below. I love hearing from you guys so much. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload new videos every single week. Let me know down below, what are your favorite Sephora purchases of the year so far? What are you most excited about that is coming up? I just love hearing from you guys. So thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.